Hey YouTube, it's Tashi and welcome back to ToucheTashe. I'm here to cover Joseline's Cabaret episode 6. Let's have a pool party. So let's get into it. So the episode opens up with Joseline and Ballistics sitting in bed talking about the melee from the night before with Wet Wet, aka Dragon Breath, Capri, and Black Diamond, Gaia, all of the girls. So I find it funny that Joseline's making fun of Wet Wet talking about her breath. So I guess Wet Wet has bad breath. So she asked her what's up with her braces, and she hasn't serviced her braces in 4 years we have gathered. And I was like, Wet Wet, didn't you get your breasts done 5 months ago? So your breast was more important than your teeth? It's beyond me. It's just a lot going on. So Ballistic is over there giggling and cackling because Joseline is making fun of Wet Wet's breath and saying how she get beat up. She should have threw her dragon breath on the girls to win the fight. And I was like, Joseline, you're messed up. She talks about these girls every chance she gets. She calls K Capri leprechaun. They're talking about the girls almost breaking her arm, talking about how Gaia wanted to be a part of the WWF and all that stuff, how she wanted to wrestle all the girls, which was pretty much, she was going down the line body slamming chicks. So Joseline decides that she wants to throw the girls a pool party to relieve them of stress because she feel like it's a high stress environment so they can have a good time. Although the losers, she didn't want to reward them in a sense, but she wants them to regain focus actually, so they can de-stress and hopefully get back to the reason why they're there, is to be a part of the cabaret, which is not the really reason why you want all these girls together. You want melee, you want mess, you want drama, and I'm sitting here watching it. So in the next scene, we see K Capri, Raven, and Black Diamond sit down and talk about the fight last night. So we find out that Black Diamond sprained her arm and they're trying to figure out how she's gonna dance. So she's trying to figure that out. Then Riri and Jordan joins them and they talk about the situation with Wet Wet, how the girls really don't want Wet Wet back, but they know she's coming back. They feel like she doesn't deserve to be there. Well, K Capri is one of the main ones that feel like she doesn't deserve to be there. I don't understand why she cares so much. Like, if you know that you dance better than her and you have a better chance at joining the cabaret in the next 2 shots, why are you so focused on Wet Wet if you know that you didn't do your best? So going back to them doing their best, Black Diamond mentions, oh, why did you pick us to go up? Because, you know, we wanted to see what the other girls were doing. And I'm like, why do you care? To me, it doesn't make sense for them to focus on what the other girls are doing to see what they're gonna do. You're supposed to go out there and do your best, and whether if they went in the beginning or the end, I don't think they would have been better than the girls that went after them. In my opinion, you should have just went all out instead of pressing it on the stage, instead of trying to figure out what the next people are doing. You go first, you make it hard for the people coming on behind you. I would look at it that way. But I understand how it is to be put on the spot. Makes sense. They felt like they were put on the spot by K Capri because she picked them to dance with her. So I see where she's coming from. Like, oh, they were caught off guard. So I get it, but you should stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. So now back to the scene. Black Diamond brings up to Capri about Capri mentioning that Black Diamond and Raven cannot dance. So apparently it came from Amber or Lollipop. This is like a she said situation. So I kind of blinked out after a while with the argument, with the going back and forth. I really wasn't interested. So basically the synopsis is Raven and Black Diamond cannot dance, and the girls were mentioning it amongst each other. So Capri is already a little on 10 on edge, and she goes, tell them to keep her name out her mouth. You keep Capri's name out of Lollipop's mouth. One of those girls, Lollipop or Amber, I'm not really sure, but they're all a part of the equation. keep her name out their mouth, or why couldn't you just mention it to me, like bring them all together and say what I said instead of talking about things behind her back? Understandable. So they do that whole back and forth thing. So if they're talking about they're not gonna fight anymore, they want to squash the beef and all these things like that, focus on the cabaret. But I'm like, most of the beef is unnecessary anyway. Like some of the drama is really petty. For the most part, it's like I feel like they're finding reasons to like be irritated by each other. But I guess they have nothing else to do in the house, being that they're having a pool party and they're allowed to go in the pool, which threw me off. I'm like, so y'all in this big house doing what? Like, we don't even get to see them mix and mingle around the homes anymore, in the home anymore. But the way they be tearing up this house, I'm pretty sure they tell them to stay in their room. The way these grown women run around here tearing up these houses, these beautiful homes, these mansions, it's beyond me. So I guess they have to stay in their room. They can't walk around, they can't talk, they can't breathe, which Joseline mentioned in the beginning. She wants them to be quiet, especially while she's sleeping. So it sounds like a boring stay for the most part, and then they're drinking and on 10 and fighting with each other. But I guess this is what they want, right? Okay, now the next scene, we see Joseline and Ballistic outside, and I guess outside of the home. Looks really nice out there, but they were outside of the home and they gather all the girls and let them know to get themselves together because they're gonna have a pool party to de-stress and relieve all of the drama in the house. So they're all excited. She's getting them hyped, like, oh, we're gonna shake ass and we're going to smoke and we're going to dance and do it like it's our B-day, blah blah blah. You know how Joseline getting them all hyped up and stuff like that. So then now she's like, oh, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna eat, what we're gonna order. So that's when Amber mentions that she's gonna cook for all the girls. She's gonna make lamb chops and chicken and macaroni and cheese and pasta salads and crab legs and things like that. Joseline asks her how she cleans her chicken. She told her vinegar and lemon juice. Bingo, absolutely. Clean your chicken. Some people don't clean chicken, or they don't know how to clean chicken, so can't be eating everybody's food. Now in the next scene, we see Chanel and Lexi Blow putting some clothes away, and Chanel congratulates Lexi Blow on her spot in the opening of the cabaret for Las Vegas. And Lexi Blow asks Chanel, is she okay? And she's like, I just gotta step my game up. And then they start speaking on the fight from last night. Everybody's gonna keep bringing this up every scene. So Lollipop comes into the room and they all start speaking on Wet Wet and how they miss her and they want to check up on her. So basically they call Wet Wet. Wet Wet is doing her spiel. Oh, never thirsty, stay wet, over the phone. Got her titties out over the phone with the girls as they're FaceTiming, and she's congratulating them. And they ask her, does she want to come to the pool party, that she should come? And she says, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna pass on the pool party. She's basically trying to recover from last night, so I'm pretty sure she's tired. She fought, how many of them she fought? 3 girls, 3 or 4. She fought 4 girls. She fought 4 of them pretty much. So I would be tired too. That's a lot in one day. And drinking and carrying on, it's a lot. It's a lot of body movement. If you ever got into a fight, you know how it feels. It's the longest minute of your life. It feels like it's forever when you're in a fight, and it is exhausting. Like, it's not even really a cute look to fight anyway. But anywho, so now we are at the pool party. All the girls are basically enjoying themselves. They're dancing, they're smoking, they're drinking, they're mixing and mingling, talking to each other. Amber's in the kitchen getting down with HIIII. Now, HIIII, I don't understand her purpose on the show. Thus far, she's very lackluster. She's like Amber's scene sidekick. Like every scene that she's in has been about Amber for the most part. Like, she does not stand out whatsoever. Cute girl, but does not stand out at all compared to the rest of the girls. Nothing about it. I forget that she's there. It's like, oh yeah, she's a part of the show too. Yeah. So basically kind of boring, like Amber's sidekick in a sense. So the girls start taking their tops off and things like that. So I'm looking at the work and things like that. I was looking through the comments on the Zeus app because you can watch the show, and then you can comment on each episode. So I was looking through the comments, and everybody was talking about Raven's boob job. I don't like them. I didn't like the visual. That's like the fear of like having your breast and you see that scar, because some of the procedures, I don't know what she got done, but she has that T underneath the boob and it's like a visible scar. And it's like, when did you get them done? Are you fully healed? That was all in the comments and things like that, but I didn't like how hers were set up. From the breasts that I saw, the ones I thought were visually appealing were Lexi Blue's. She has a nice body in general, and Black Diamond's boobs were nice too. I was like, oh, she has nice boobs. Those were the two sets for me. I thought they had the nice sets out of the girls. They're all having blast. They try Amber's food. Lexi Blue likes the food. For the most part, the girls, I'm assuming, like the food. We only see them mention 4 girls, I think, said something about the food, and what's her name? Capri goes, I try her food, but you know, black people don't be eating everybody's food. I guess, but if you eat out at restaurants and you eat a lot of fast food, like if you don't cook and you order out a lot, then you eat everybody's cooking because you don't know who's making food at all. So whatever. So with the success of the pool party, Joseline feels as though the girls are in a better space mentally and de-stressed so they can get back to performing for the cabaret. So the first night is the next day. So she feels as though it was a successful pool party. So now the next thing we see Joseline sitting at the bar inside of the home. Raven and Black Diamond pull up on her and want to get to the bottom of them, the rumor of them not being able to dance. So Joseline says to them straight up, you guys didn't do your best. You have 2 more chances to perform for the other 2 nights in the cabaret. So she lets them know, and they're fully aware of that. But their issue is why, what's her name? Amber brought up the fact that they couldn't dance. So I guess it was something that Capri said and Lollipop was involved. Remember, I tuned out earlier in the episode, but it's basically she said type of situation. You know that saying, he said, she said, but I say she said because there's no he's in the situation. So it's just basically gossip going back and forth. So they're trying to figure out why Amber would say that. So Amber comes up, Joseline requests Amber. Amber already comes in on 10 like, I don't even want to be near them because I'm gonna knock one of them out. So they're basically going back and forth about what was said. I tuned out. This is when it started to get interesting. Black Diamond is on 10. You know, she wants everything cleared up about the rumors going back and forth. She's over the drama. So she's basically screaming at the top of her lungs, talking about some, you know when I want it. Amber gets in their face. So Amber comes in like, I like you. She likes Black Diamond, but she doesn't like Raven. Raven's fully aware of that. Black Diamond's more trusting of Amber. Raven warned Black Diamond about Amber, told her not to trust her, and I feel like, I guess Diamond feels burned in a situation where Raven was trying to avoid the situation. So you know, sometimes your friend like, oh, watch that person. Understandable. So now Black Diamond's upset with Amber. So she started calling Amber the N-word, like, I ain't scary, N-word, I ain't scary. Just dropping the N-bomb. I'm like, you feel like you tough because you shouting out the N-word like she's supposed to be scared? Because Amber gets in their face and she's like, I'll beat both of y'all up right here. I'll let y'all even swing first. Nobody is jumpy. Now, what irritated me about this, I felt this is the scene where Amber should have been fighting this girl and called you the N-word, but you're mad about wet? About her being loud and annoying, but this girl, is her loudness and her annoyingness is being clearly directed to you, straight to you, and she's calling you out of your name and you don't fight her. Okay, I guess. And she was just, it was eerie. It was just a mess there. No one saw a problem with this non-black person saying the N-word, but it's the music. The music made it okay. So next scene, well, the same scene pretty much. Now we see K Capri come in to add to the he said, she said drama. So of course the story was not relayed properly because these girls been smoking and drinking all day. So she don't even remember what she was saying. Then all of a sudden Lollipop comes in. So I'm assuming that Lollipop and K Capri, there's some tension to, which we gather because she enjoyed K Capri getting hit in the face with the Red Bull can in a previous episode. So I was like, I don't understand their back and forth issue. I don't understand their drama because the only drama that we see on camera is surrounding Wet Wet. So we don't know. I'm trying to understand why all these other girls got beef because the main beef that we see is the guy that's on Wet Wet. And that's what it is. So I'm trying to figure out what all this other tension that's going on in the house. For the most part, nobody had an issue with the winners. The only person that was mad was K Capri. She was visibly mad, and the person that was the loudest was Wet Wet because she was excited and high key she does want attention. So that's where the melee was from the last episode. So Joseline asks the winners, do they want them to come? They say yeah, and she's like, why? Lollipop mentions that she wants to see their cracked faces watch her dance. Lollipop's real shady. He's very shady. I'm trying to see what's going on with her. And it's like, do you want to keep Wet Wet around to add distraction so the other girls can't get to you because they're so focused on how annoying Wet Wet is, and that's like a blockage for you because who are they going to direct their anger to next if Wet Wet's gone? There's no Gaia. And then now everybody's anger is directed towards Wet Wet now. First it was Gaia. Now it's Wet Wet. Now everybody's on Wet Wet. So who's next? Chanel didn't really stick, so we'll see. After that, Joseline dismissed the girls and the show closes out with Joseline getting ready to go to bed. She mentioned to the girls that she was tired, and Wet Wet comes in. So Joseline comes up on Wet Wet and goes that she reminds her of one of her old hoes. Now, Wet Wet got a new wig. The color wasn't bad. I'm not a fan of crazy colors. I commend the girls that can do all those colors. I like dark hair, so for the most part I'll be doing dark hair. The most I'll get into is like a few highlights. I would love to try like the ombre that Sierra does, you know, like with the blonde and things like that. I would like to try that one day, but I don't have the heart. I love dark hair. I think it looks the best on me, but it's not about me right now. So she's speaking to Wet Wet and she asks her, how you feeling? She's like, you know, I'm better. She's like, oh, you pulling out with my security and things like that. So Joseline shady ass is looking her up and down all crazy. And Wet Wet's like, you know, doing her little dancing, yes, and I'm lit, I'm wet, and she's proud of herself in this moment, and she has a lot to be proud about. If you think about it, they really didn't do that much damage to her, where she was able to continue to fight Gaia. Mind you, Gaia body slammed her twice, so she had an eventful evening and not a scratch on her. But that wig was a lot going on. It looked like it needed to be teased. It was like a nice curl pattern, but it just was, she looked like a rag doll. It just wasn't it. So she invites her back into the house. So the next episode we'll see them actually performing in the cabaret. So I'm excited to see some dancing. It still looks like a strip club to me. It doesn't really look like a cabaret pub. I'll see you guys next week. So please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, ToucheTashe. I have other social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter. All will be linked in the comment section below. Everything will be linked below. So have a good one. Bye.